Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we'll continue with our Bhīṣma Panchak series and we'll discuss shloka number 36, 37 and 38 today. Very, very wonderful chapter, very wonderful shlokas. And you have to understand, Bhīṣmadeva is not sitting in a temple atmosphere and offering prayers. Bhīṣmadeva is offering prayers in front of Lord Krishna when he is there on the bed of arrows. Just imagine you are on the bed of arrows and what will happen. Very difficult. But he is there on the bed of arrows and he is offering prayers to Krishna. And these prayers are not ki mujhe bacha lo, mujhe bacha lo. These are not these prayers. These prayers are very deep. Very, very deep. And these prayers are revealing the intense meditation of Bhīṣmadeva on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So let's begin with shloka number 36. Vyavahita-pṛtanā-mukhaṁ nirīkṣya sva-jana-vadhād vimukhasya doṣa-buddhyā kumatim aharad ātma-vidyayā yasha caraṇa-ratiḥ paramasya tasya mestu. So till now, Bhīṣmadeva has described various things about Krishna. And he is meditating on the form of Krishna. He said, "Oh Krishna, your complexion is like tamal tree. Your dhoti is glittering very beautifully. The yellow dhoti is glittering so beautifully." And then after that, he's talking about Krishna's beautiful face. And then the curly hair that is there. And that curly hair has some speciality. What is that? There is dust. From where? It's a battlefield, right? So the horses are running here and there. So the dust that is coming out from the hoofs of the horses, those are there on Krishna's hair. And Bhīṣmadeva is meditating. Aha, what beauty. And then he's looking at the body of Krishna. And the body of Krishna is also looking very beautiful. Why? There are perspiration on the face. They're looking like beads. And there are wounds on the body of Bhīṣmadeva. And Bhīṣmadeva is saying, aha, what beauty. And after that, Bhīṣmadeva remembered a specific leela. What was that leela? Yes. So Arjuna is instructing Krishna. Senayor bhayor madhye ratham sthapayam achyuta. Oh Achyuta, take my chariot between the two armies. And did Krishna say, chal hat, main nahi kar raha. Okay, as you say. Krishna is the master and Arjuna is Das, but here Das is instructing master and master is saying, okay, I'll do it. And he immediately did that. And at that time, Arjuna saw the entire army. And what happened to him? He went into depression. But Krishna saw the entire army. And what happened? Yes. Just by glancing at all of them, their prarabdha karma was finished. And now they were ready to go back home, back to Godhead. Now continuing the same Leela, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, when Bhagavad Gita was spoken, our Bhīṣmadeva, he continues. He's talking about Arjuna's situation. Vyavahita-pṛtanā-mukhaṁ nirīkṣya doṣa-buddhyā sva-jana-vadhād vimukhasya. When Arjuna saw the entire crowd, what happened? He, looking at the crowd, there was some dosha that came to his buddhi. His buddhi got contaminated. And then he became reluctant to fight with them. They were all his sva-jan, no? All his kinsmen. There is 10 types of relatives are mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. His uncles were there, his fathers like personalities were there, grandfathers like personalities were there, cousins were there, and then even father-in-laws were there, son-in-laws were there, all brother-in-laws were there, something like that. Looking at all of them, he became reluctant to fight. And when he became reluctant to fight, then he started telling Krishna, Drishtve mam sva-jana Krishna yuvutsam sumapastitam sidanti mama gatrāṇa-mukhaṁ cha parishishyati. So he's saying that Drishtve mam sva-janam Krishna. After seeing my sva-jan, oh Krishna, Drishtve mam sva-janam Krishna yuvutsam sumapastitam. All of them are upasthit on the battlefield for what? Yuvutsam, to fight. And after that, sidanti mama gatrāṇa. Looking at them, my entire body is shivering now out of depression. And then he says, Mukhaṁ cha parishishyati, my throat is drying up. And he doesn't stop at that place. Then he says, Vipastuscha sharire me romaharshascha jayate gandhivam samsrite hasta tvakchaiva paridhayyate. He's saying, oh Lord, Vipastuscha sharire me, my entire body is trembling, it's quivering. Roma arshascha jayate. The hairs are standing on end. Gandhivam samsrite hastat. The Gandiva bow is slipping from the hand. And tvakchaiva paridhayyate, my entire body is burning. And these are symptoms of not ecstasy, depression. So anytime you find someone saying all this, then you should tell, I heard it in Bhagavad Gita, I'll tell you what has happened to you. And then you can tell, Bhagavad Gita has got everything. See, I can detect depression also. So here we see that this personality, his buddhi became kumati. Kumati, ku-buddhi. Buddhi became contaminated. So what happened basically, when it comes to this personality, kumati? See, what is basically kumati in this world? The attachment that we have got for people around. There's so much of attachment that is there for family members, relatives, friends, colleagues. And there's so much of dependence on them. These people will save me. My boss will save me. Or my family members will save me. Hare, come on. So many people have died. All relatives were all around them. Who were able to save? Who was that personality who was saved by the relatives and family members? Not possible. This is the bitter truth of life. A bitter pill which you have to just gulp. You have no option. And what is sumati then? What is pure intelligence or pure understanding? Pure understanding is that I should have just attachment to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. And it is very important to have attachment to Him. And at the same time, it's very important to understand that He is the one who is dependable. I'm sure all of you sitting here, you will have your own experiences. That you depended on someone and that person either ditched you, or whatever hopes you had on that person was shattered, or your expectations were not fulfilled. How many of you had this experience? 100%, huh? Very well. 100%. That's how it is. But one thing is for sure, anyone who depends on Krishna, they will never be shattered. Their hopes will never be shattered. Their confidence will always be retained. And their expectations will also be fulfilled. Therefore, sumati is this depending on Krishna. Look at Arjuna's situation. Krishna is there on the chariot and he is depending on his relatives. And he's saying, if all of them die, how will I enjoy my life? You cannot enjoy your life. You cannot enjoy your kingdom if you don't have Krishna. This is something that has to be clear. Because the actual ananda, the actual happiness comes only by connecting with the Lord and not with mortal beings around us. But kaun samjhaye is ku-buddhi ko? Kaun samjhaye? So much of attachment we have, so much of dependence we have. Even after repeatedly our hopes are shattered, our expectations are shattered, still we are like, इस बार अच्छे से try करेंगे. We'll try this time very nicely. We'll try. अच्छे से try करना तो हर दिन होना चाहिए chanting के साथ. Today let me chant attentively. Today let me depend on Krishna very nicely. This is something that we need to do. And that is actually sumati, good intelligence, purified intelligence. And here, when Arjuna's mati was ku, when it was kumati, how did it become sumati? On the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And there are various things that are spoken about. Kumatim, aharad, ātma-vidyayā. So this kumati was removed. Aharad, eradicated. By what? Ātma-vidyayā. When Arjuna went into depression, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. And what is Bhagavad Gita all about? Ātma-vidyayā. What does that mean? Self-realization. I am not the body, I am spirit, soul. At least you talk to any ISKCON devotee and ask, who are you? I remember we were there at some place and some new person came and then he asked one of the devotees, so who are you? And the devotee is saying, I am Atma. But then, to say from the mouth is okay, but to actually realize is something very difficult. Just imagine someone comes to punch you and you're like, अरे मार ले जितना मारना है. मैं तो आत्मा हूँ, ये शरीर तो नहीं. At that time, when someone punches us, we'll go and punch him twice. मैं सिखाता हूँ कि तू आत्मा है, शरीर नहीं. So one thing is very clear and one thing is very nice to understand, that when Krishna spoke Gita, Arjuna's ignorance was removed. And towards the end of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is telling Krishna, Nashtamoha smritar-labdha tvat prasadan me achyuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Bhagavad Gita is such an amazing scripture. जो नहीं पढ़ते हो तो कभी समझेंगे नहीं भगवद गीता क्या है. और जिन लोगों को डिसीज है ना, डिसीज का नाम है पता है. The disease name is I know. Those people who have this disease, I know Bhagavad Gita. They can never understand. Their ignorance can never be removed. And here, when it comes to Arjuna, he very clearly told Krishna, Krishna, I don't know anything. Karpanya dosho aphat svabhava prachami tvam dharma sammoda cheta. Oh Krishna, I'm completely bewildered. Bataiye kya karna hai? Please tell me what next to do. And at that time, Krishna started his Gita, which is called as Bhagavad Gita. After hearing all that, Arjuna is telling, Nashto moha, all my moha, all my illusion is gone. My kumati is not now kumati, now it is sumati. Nashto moha smritar-labdha. I've got all the remembrance now. All the knowledge has come. And then he says, if suppose someone asks him, hey, achanak se how your kumati became sumati? Tvat prasadan me achyuta. Achyuta, by your mercy, by your speech. And then he says, now I am ready. Karishye vachanam tava. Tell me what I am supposed to do. अरे भाई पूरे भगवद गीता में बोले उठ के फाइट करो, फिर से पूछ रहे. But still Arjuna wanted a direct instruction again from Krishna. So in this way we see that just by hearing Bhagavad Gita, Arjun's kumati became sumati. His ignorance was removed, his illusion was removed. And Bhagavad Gita didn't remove just Arjuna's illusion. Even till date, all those people who read Gita, who study Gita, their ignorance is removed, their illusion is removed. They are situated on an ultimate platform, on a happy, blissful state. Those people who don't read, don't hear Bhagavad Gita, what will happen? They can never come to this stage. They'll always remain in duplicit mind, always in ignorance. And here, Bhīṣmadeva is remembering all that. Because when Arjuna told Krishna, Senayor ubhayor madhya ratham sthapayame, at that time Krishna got the chariot in front of Bhīṣma and Drona only. And Bhīṣmadeva is observing all that is happening on the battlefield. And he's not just observing the battlefield, he's observing very carefully what is happening on the chariot. looking at the beautiful face of Krishna, looking at the beautiful face, which was very tensed, of Arjuna, and he heard what Krishna spoke. And he saw that entire transformation in 1 hour. Krishna spoke Gita in 1 hour, Arjuna understood, he asked questions, he came out of the entire ignorance. And now when he is there, at the time of death, Bhīṣmadeva is remembering all that. If we can also study Gita nicely and remember some aspects at the time of death, we'll have a good destination, surely. But if we can remember Gita day-to-day life, implement that in our day-to-day life, destination is fixed, that is Goloka Vrindavan. So you have to choose. You want good destination or best destination? Best destination only those people can get who practice every day with a proper desire to attain Krishna. Now, you see, Arjuna's situation was very bewildering. He was not understanding what is the right dharma. He was thinking, oh, all my family members are there. Instead of thinking it's a fight with adharma, no, all my family members are there. I should save them. I shouldn't fight them. I shouldn't kill them. Many times, this conflict we'll have when it comes to dharma. What should I do now in this situation? One thing as devotees, this is only for devotees, not for ones who are not practicing bhakti. Don't tell them, they'll get bewildered. Only ones who are practicing bhakti, chanting every day, minimum, how many rounds? So nice. For them. So for them, this point is very important, that those emotions which are favorable to advance in Krishna consciousness, only those emotions we should accept in our day-to-day life. We shouldn't get bewildered with emotions of this world. Only those emotions which can take us closer to Krishna, those emotions should be valued. Otherwise, just ignore. Many times we get disturbed by various people speaking various things around us. So at that time we should ask, now my emotion of getting bewildered and disturbed, will it take me closer to Krishna or will it take me away from Krishna? And say the answer comes as away from Krishna, immediately you just remove it. Get lost. I don't want to think about this person, nor about the situation, nor about the disturbance that is created. And you know what? This cannot happen just with one dialogue. Get out. It needs practice, day-to-day practice in devotional service. And here we see very nicely that the actual dharma is to do that activity which takes us closer to Krishna. But say we are doing everything perfectly. Everything we are doing perfectly. But if one thing does not happen, then all that we have done is waste. And what is that? Srimad Bhagavatam describes. Please repeat, everyone. Dharma svanushtita pumsaha vikshvaksena kathasuyat notpadayat yadiratim shramaiva hi kevalam. So it says, Dharma svanushtita pumsa vishvaksena kathasuyat. All dharma we have done very nicely, but one thing if it doesn't happen. And what is that one thing? Vishvaksena kathasuyat na utpadayat adiratim. If you have not developed attraction towards the Lord's name, form, qualities and pastimes, shamaiva hi kevalam. We just wasted our time. That's it, nothing else. Therefore, every day we should ask this question. Am I getting closer to Krishna? Am I getting some attraction towards the Lord? And if the answer is yes, congratulations. You're on the right path. If the answer is no, immediately call your mentor. I'm not developing attraction, please help me. So it's a very, very important thing. And one thing is very clear, only by practicing bhakti one can be completely satisfied. Another very important shloka from 1st canto, 2nd chapter. Please repeat, everyone. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhokshaje ahituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhokshaje. If anyone does bhakti of adhokshaja, Krishna, now everyone says, मैं तो भक्ति करता हूँ, भक्ति तो दिल में होनी चाहिए. All that dialogues people have. But what sort of bhakti? 2 words. Ahituki, please repeat. Ahituki. Apratihata. Ahituki means I'm doing bhakti of Krishna without any motive. Like I'm offering ghee lamp now in Kartik, and then I'm praying to Krishna. Krishna, see, every day I'm offering ghee lamp. So number of ghee lamps that I've offered, those many gold biscuits should come to my house. Yes. That is not ahituki, that is motivated, that has some reason, that has some cause. Therefore, one very, very important thing that we have to understand is, when we are doing devotional service, it should be ahituki. I don't want anything, O Lord. Abhi kya chahiye boliye? Itna acha ghar hai, itni achhi family hai, itna acha devotee association hai. Batao kya chahiye aur? Abhi list mat nikaliye mere samne. Prabhu ji, aapko to kaam dhanda hai nahi. आपकी तो फैमिली है नहीं. Actually, the most important thing is we are so fortunate we have got bhakti. We have got association of devotees. Nothing else is needed. The rest, everything will be taken care. Therefore, the prayer that we should have is, "Oh Lord, allow me to continue bhakti with the same mood, without any motive." Second word, apratihata. "Oh Lord, please give me enough strength so that I continue a bhakti without any interruption." कभी रुकना नहीं चाहिए मेरी भक्ति. Please bless me, O Lord, with this mood. Therefore, these two words are very important. Anyone who does bhakti with these two words, what are these two words? Ahituki and apratihata. That devotee is suprasidati. You will see that devotee completely happy and satisfied. And that's what Bhīṣmadeva is praying. The last line of this particular shloka that we just chanted, caraṇa-ratiḥ paramasya tasya me astu. He's saying, "Oh Lord, please allow me, please allow my mind to be always engrossed in your lotus feet. May my attachment be always at your lotus feet." And he's not telling once, huh? We have 11 shlokas which Bhīṣmadeva is reciting. Almost in every shloka is saying, Mati, Mama Mati, Rati Astume. He's saying that, "Oh Lord, my mati, my mind, let it be fixed in your lotus feet. May I develop strong attraction to your lotus feet." Ye hai prayer. Therefore, when we read Srimad Bhagavatam, we understand what to pray. Many times devotees ask, "Prabhuji, what to pray?" Now next time you can say, refer to 1st canto, 9th chapter, shloka number 36. You have the reference for your own reference and also for others. Yes? Now, when he is meditating on all this pastime, because Bhīṣmadeva is thinking, he's on the deathbed, and he's remembering that. How? Arjuna ordered Krishna, "Take my chariot between the two armies." Krishna took the chariot because he is Bhakta Vatsala. And after taking the chariot between the two armies, Arjuna saw the entire scene. He went into depression. Krishna spoke Gita. He came out of depression, and then he said, "Karishye vachanam tama." What next I'm supposed to do? Tell me. And then Bhīṣmadeva is saying that Krishna, the deliverer of Arjuna, the friend of Arjuna, may he be the object of my attraction. And then he goes on to another pastime which happened in Mahabharata Yuddha after some days. And that is the next shloka, shloka number 37. Sva-nigamam apahaya mat-pratigya ritam adhikartum avapluto rathastha dhritarata charano bhyayat chaladgur haririva antumibham gatottariya. So here this pastime, for next whatever time we have, we're going to dive into this pastime. Very, very amazing pastime. So he's saying, Swa-nigamam. Swa-nigamam means Krishna took a vow. Krishna took a vow, and then Bhīṣmadeva is saying, apahaya. He gave up his own vow. For what? Mat pratigya. Bhīṣmadeva is saying that Krishna took a vow, I also took a vow. To safeguard my vow, to safeguard my pratigya, Krishna gave up his pratigya. Let's everyone go to Dwapar Yuga now. Now what happened is, just before starting of Mahabharata Yuddha, Yudhishthira Maharaj told Arjuna, please go to Krishna and get some help from him. And on that same day, Duryodhana also went to meet Krishna. So Krishna was resting. Duryodhana went and he stood near the head of Krishna. And then Arjuna came. And when Arjuna came, he was at his feet. And Krishna opened his eyes. When Krishna opened his eyes, first person whom he saw was? He saw Arjuna. And then he was very happy. Oh Arjuna, you have come. Tell me, what can I do for you? And Duryodhana is like, you can help me also. And okay, Duryodhana, you also have come. Please come. And then both of them, they tell why they have come, to take help. And Duryodhana said, see, I have come first. But Krishna said, but I have seen Arjuna first. So Arjuna, I give you two options. Since you are two people, I give you two options. Either you choose me, Krishna, who is not going to fight. I'm not going to pick up any weapon. This is my pratigya. And then he says, second option is you take my Narayani Sena. Arjuna, tell me, what do you want? And Krishna's fingers are crossed. You choose Narayani Sena. And Arjuna is like, Krishna, I want you. Oops. Because Krishna has taken pratigya that I'll not fight on the battlefield of Kurukshetra because all cousins are fighting. My cousins are only fighting. Krishna is saying, how can I participate? So this was the pratigya. What was the pratigya? I will not fight on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. This was the pratigya. So next thing that happened was, the Yuddha started. Krishna has become the chariot driver of Arjuna. Yes. And when the Yuddha started, when the battle started, it was fierce battle. And for your information, Bhīṣmadeva is a great fighter. No one can stand in front of him. Even Arjuna cannot stand in front of him. But whenever Bhīṣmadeva was fighting with Arjuna, he was fighting, but not as the Bhīṣmadeva. He was fighting as the grandfather. And this Duryodhana was seeing. And Duryodhana, one day in the evening, he approached Bhīṣmadeva and he said, oh my dear grandfather, I'm completely dependent on you to win this battle. But I'm seeing that you're not giving your best when you're fighting with Arjuna and other Pandavas. You're not fighting strongly. You're very light. And he also made a strong statement. You're eating in my house and you're taking his side? Now see, when it comes to us, we'll say, chal, theek hai. But Bhīṣmadeva is Kshatriya, no? He took it to his heart and he said, if this is the case and this is what you think about me, tomorrow I'm going to kill all 5 Pandavas. And then he took 5 arrows and he said, these 5 arrows will be used tomorrow. And these 5 arrows were special. And Duryodhana, he thought, if it is there with Bhīṣmadeva, maybe something will happen to those arrows. So he told Bhīṣmadeva that, you please give it to me, I'll safeguard and keep it properly. Arrows were taken by Duryodhana and he kept it with himself. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. Who is there in the hearts of everyone? Krishna is there in the hearts of everyone. Bhīṣmadeva's heart also, Krishna is there. Duryodhana's heart. So Krishna was there in the Pandavas' party. He got to know, oh, Bhīṣmadeva has got 5 arrows. And he has taken a vow. And what is the vow of Bhīṣmadeva? I'll kill all the 5 Pandavas. And Arjuna was very tense. Krishna was very tensed. And he went to Arjuna's room. And when he went to Arjuna's room, at that time, he called out to Arjuna, Arjuna, get up, you're sleeping peacefully, get up, get up. You know what? Bhīṣmadeva has taken a vow to kill all of you. And Arjuna, he got up and he looked at Krishna, heard that, and he said, oh, you take care of all this. Lord is tensed and devotee is peaceful. Because that devotee is a surrendered devotee. The day when Arjuna chose Krishna or Narayani Sena. At that time, when Duryodhana took the Narayani Sena and went, Krishna asked him, "Arey, pagal hai kya? Yudhishthir Maharaj sent you here to get Narayani Sena. You chose me. I'm not going to fight, O Arjun." And at that time, Arjun said, "Oh Lord, if you are there with me, doesn't matter you fight, does not fight. What are these Kauravas? I can defeat all Devatas also." And on that day, Krishna told Arjun, I'll always be with you. Krishna is always there with surrendered devotees. Anyone who does bhakti nicely, be carefree. Krishna will take care. Look at Arjuna. Krishna is tensed. Get up. He's going to kill. He has got 5 arrows. And Arjuna, oh, you take care of it. And then Krishna made a plan and Krishna told Arjuna, you remember? In one of the situations when you helped Duryodhana in your childhood, Duryodhana said that ask me whatever you want, and you said I'll ask you at the right time. Now the time has come. Arjun, go to Duryodhana's camp and get those 5 arrows. So now Arjun went at night. Now these Kshatriyas, in the morning they'll fight, at night they're friends. This is the etiquette of Varnashrama Dharma, Not like the current war that is going on. At night also, throwing bombs and all that. That is called foolish way of fighting. That is not the etiquette of fighting. Fighting means only when the sun is in the sky. You fight, when sun sets, there is a full stop to the fight. Wherever you are, you just retract from that place as soon as the sun sets. And here, what happened is, Arjun went to Duryodhana and Duryodhana received him very nicely. And Duryodhana asked him, "Hey Arjun, so nice to see you. Do you want the kingdom? I'll give it to you. Do you want the fight to stop? Let's stop it." And Arjun said, No. Other day you had told me you'll give me something I've come to ask. What do you want? Duryodhana said, "Give me those 5 arrows." Now Duryodhana was like, it was only me and Bhīṣmadeva who knew. How come this personality got to know? Very hesitatingly he gave, because next day Bhīṣmadeva is going to ask for 5 arrows. And with a lot of confidence he said, I'll safeguard those 5 arrows, and he has kept with himself. Now he remembered, Bhīṣmadeva is going to ask me. With very much hesitation in the heart, he gave those 5 arrows. Take. And Arjun took and left. Next day morning, Bhīṣmadeva came. Duryodhana, give me those 5 arrows. And Duryodhana, oops. Yesterday night, Arjun came and he took away those 5 arrows. I don't know how he got to know. And Bhīṣmadeva said, I know how he got to know. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. I know who has told him. That Krishna has told him. And then he took a proper vow. And the vow was that either I'll kill all the 5 Pandavas, Arjun will be killed, or Krishna has to lift the weapon, breaking his own promise. So what was Krishna's vow? I'll not fight. I'll not pick up any weapon. What was Bhīṣmadeva's vow now? I'll either kill all the 5 Pandavas, or Krishna has to pick up the weapon. And this is what Bhīṣmadeva is remembering. So that day when Bhīṣmadeva understood 5 arrows are gone, he became very angry. Full Kshatriya spirit, that strong mood which Duryodhana wanted was there, and Duryodhana was very happy. Aaj maza aayega. And the fight began. It was fierce fight. Bhīṣmadeva is shooting arrows after arrows after arrows. Arjuna is not shooting arrows at Bhīṣmadeva, is just counteracting those arrows. Because Arjun's speed was not getting matched with Bhīṣmadeva's speed. Very fierce battle. And at that time, Krishna is moving the chariot here and there, and all that is happening. At one point of time, Krishna turned behind and he looked at Arjuna. And Arjuna was wiping the sweat, and this Krishna couldn't take. As soon as he saw Arjuna was tense, he was in anxiety, Krishna jumped from the chariot. He jumped from the chariot. He took up the wheel from another broken chariot. And with that wheel in the hand, he started running towards Bhīṣmadeva. And this scene Bhīṣmadeva is remembering here. Look at this scene. Where Bhīṣmadeva is remembering this. Sva-nigamam apahaya. Oh Lord, you broke your own promise. And say, if someone asks you why Lord broke his own promise, next line he says, Mata-pratigyā mritam adhikartum, just to safeguard my promise. Safeguard my pratigya. You broke your own pratigya, O Lord. And then Bhīṣmadeva is remembering that scene. See, all of you are just hearing, but I'm sure all of you are able to imagine. Yes? Just imagine Bhīṣmadeva is standing there, he's seeing that. Krishna is running towards Bhīṣmadeva with the wheel in the hand. And Bhīṣmadeva is saying, Avapuluta, you got down from the chariot. Ratastaha, you got down from the chariot. Dhrita Ratha Charana, you took up the charana of the Ratha. So charana, feet, is used for walking. So Ratha's charana is what? Wheel. So he's saying Ratha Charana, you took up the Ratha Charana. And Abhyayat, you hurriedly started running towards me. And what happened while that running? Chalad Guhu, the entire earth was trembling. Now you can imagine Krishna's force of running. Krishna is running. And the earth is trembling. Now Bhīṣmadeva is looking at Krishna. Now Bhīṣmadeva is not shooting arrows. Maro isko. He's not, now he's in a pause state and he's just observing Krishna. And look at his observation. A very, very important thing he speaks. One of my favorite lines. Harihi eva hantum ebham. Lord came with such a great mood to fight with me the way the lion comes to fight with elephant. He's calling Lord as lion, the king. And after that he says, when he was running like that towards me, you know what happened? And he says the next line, Gata Utariyaha. This is called Utari. So when Krishna was running, the Utari fell down. Yes, I'll put it back. So when Krishna was running, Utari fell down. And this is what you see in Bhīṣmadeva is seeing. Can you see how intense the mood of Bhīṣmadeva is able to capture everything that is happening in front of him? The darshan was so great for Bhīṣmadeva. Running. Krishna is running and suddenly, in meanwhile, the Uttari falls down. And say the question comes, why did Uttari fall? Say if this is the question, why did Uttari fall? Why did Uttari fall? Running so fast. Why was Krishna running so fast? To save his devotee, who? Okay, to save Arjuna. And second thing? Yes, he was excited. He was excited to keep the promise of Bhīṣma, pratigya of Bhīṣma intact. So two excitements. One is saving his devotee Arjuna, and second, retaining the pratigya of another devotee, that is Bhīṣma. With that excitement is running. Now you know what happened? When Krishna got down and started running, Arjuna also jumped and he also started running behind Krishna. And he held Krishna at the waist. Don't do that. Now see, this is the relation of a devotee and the Lord. The Lord wants to safeguard the devotee and devotee's promise. And Arjuna wants to safeguard Lord's promise. Oh Lord, you forgot, you said you will not pick up the weapon. Give it. It's the whole thing. Okay, who can stop Krishna? Who can stop Krishna? And all this Bhīṣmadeva is seeing. And he's seeing all this. And now at the time of death, he's remembering all this. This is called as meditation. This is called as darshan. And Bhīṣmadeva is able to remember all this. And now what happened after that? Bhīṣmadeva, he highlights more. And he tells that in the next shloka. Shita Vishikha Hato Vishirna Damshaha Shataja Paripluta Atatai no me Prasabham Abhisasara Mad Vadartham Sabhavatu me Bhagavan Gatir Mukundaha. Now hear this, it's more interesting now. He's saying that Shita Vishika Hataha. Now when the fight was going on, When Krishna was there on the chariot, when the fight was going on, fierce battle, when he was shooting arrows to Arjuna. So at that time, what happened? That description is given. He was shooting arrows. Bhīṣmadeva was shooting arrows on Arjuna. And what was happening at that time? Arrows were going towards Arjuna. Arjuna was counteracting that. But some arrows were also going towards Krishna. Now, those arrows which went towards Krishna was wearing armor. So the fighters wear the armor, no shield. So he's wearing that shield. And those arrows which went to Krishna and hit that armor broke. And that armor was hanging on the body of Krishna. And he's saying that Shita means sharp, Vishika, arrows, Hataha. You were wounded by my arrows, O Lord, which were very sharp. And what happened because of that? Vishirana damshaha, your shield got scattered. Your shield got scattered. And then he says, Shataja, paripuluta, atatainame. He's saying that, O Lord, because of my arrows, you were wounded. And there was blood that was coming out from your body. And this is what he's meditating. So now when Krishna is running, he's running with the shield. And that shield is hanging on the body of Krishna. It is half broken. And that Bhīṣmadeva is able to see. Firstly, he saw Uttari fell down. Now he's seeing that his armor was broken. Krishna's armor was broken and he's running towards Bhīṣmadeva. And Bhīṣmadeva is saying, Oh Lord, I'm atatainaha, I'm an aggressor. I hurt you, O Lord, but still you're running towards me to deliver me. Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Look at the mood of Bhīṣmadeva. And another very, very nice thing. Lord is moving towards Bhīṣmadeva. How is he moving towards Bhīṣmadeva? How is he running towards Bhīṣmadeva? We saw he's running very fast. But along with that, it is said, Prasabham, in a very angry mood, in a very excited mood. Abhisasara mat vada artham. Bhīṣmadeva is saying that, Oh Lord, your Uttari fell down. Your face was angry, excited. Your armor was half broken and you're running very fast towards me, holding a Ratha Charana wheel of the broken chariot. You're running towards me. And the mood of Krishna at that time was, I will kill you. With this mood, kuch nahi karne wale wo. Acting. Yes. I'll kill you. With that mood, Krishna is moving towards Bhīṣmadeva. But Arjuna was holding him, no? Krishna, wait, don't. Krishna, wait. You have taken a vow. But still, Krishna was moving towards Bhīṣmadeva. And you know what Srila Prabhupada writes? Hear this very carefully. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport, the Lord was so angry that Arjuna checked him when he was moving towards Bhīṣmadeva. But in spite of Arjuna's checking, he proceeded towards Bhīṣmadeva. Hear this carefully. How Lord proceeded towards Bhīṣmadeva? And here he said, as the lover proceeds towards another lover. Yes. Now, when two personalities are in love, doesn't matter how much hindrance is there, doesn't matter how much obstacle is there, one lover will just run towards another lover. And here we see that devotees love Krishna. And Baba, Krishna also loves the devotee so much. You know what? All of us, we are so dear to Krishna. Krishna is waiting for all of us every single day. Now these devotees will turn towards me. Now these devotees have started chanting Hare Krishna, they'll come back to me. Krishna's love for us cannot be comprehended. Krishna's love is very, very great. Very, very great. And here we see that Krishna's love was there for Arjuna. But his love was there also for Bhīṣma. And here Prabhupada is saying that Krishna was running towards Bhīṣmadeva the way a lover run towards another lover. His own lover. Even when there's so much of hindrances. So in this way, Krishna is running towards Bhīṣmadeva. And Bhīṣmadeva is feeling that he's very fortunate. He's saying, Bhīṣmadeva is feeling, I'm more fortunate than Arjuna. Okay, tell me why. Any wild guesses? Okay, he wanted to be killed by the Lord. He broke his vow. So Bhīṣmadeva, Arey, wow, broke. I broke your vow. Yes, what else? Lord personally coming. See, in the entire fight, Krishna was the driver, Arjuna was the passenger, the warrior or the charioteer. Okay? Where was Bhīṣmadeva? On the other side. So Bhīṣmadeva was able to observe Krishna and Arjuna was not able to because Arjuna was sitting behind. And Bhīṣmadeva is saying, oh, look at me, how fortunate I am. I got darshan of the Lord. And then Krishna started giving exclusive darshan to Bhīṣmadeva. He got down from the chariot running towards Bhīṣmadeva and Bhīṣmadeva is saying, aha, what darshan, what darshan, what darshan. So devotees are always intense, taking darshan of the Lord. And here we see that Krishna wanted to save Arjuna, but he wanted to shower his mercy also onto Bhīṣmadeva. And at the end, again, Bhīṣmadeva, he is saying, Bhīṣmadeva is telling at the end, what is his only desire? After describing all this entire scene, he keeps forward his last desire. He's on the deathbed, no? So what is his desire? He says, Saha bhavatu me bhagavan gatihi mukundah. Oh Lord, you are my ultimate destination. Mujhe kuch nahi chahiye. Now say, someone is on the deathbed and you ask them, what do you want? And say, we are there on the deathbed. Will said, oh, open my OneNote. In that there is a big list. Please see that. But here Bhīṣmadeva is saying that, oh Lord, kuch nahi chahiye mujhe. I want you, O Lord. You be my gati. You be my destination. I don't want anything. I just want you. This is the desire that we should get in our life. Very, very important desire. And with this desire only, various devotees have captured Krishna. First, this entire month we are celebrating as the month of Yashoda Damodar. You see, Mother Yashoda never wanted anything apart from Krishna. And she bound Krishna to wooden grinding mortar. When option was given to Arjuna, Arjuna chose Krishna. And he said, I don't want anything, I want you, Lord. And Arjuna was able to bind Krishna with his love to such an extent that he was ready to do anything to save Arjuna. And third is Bhīṣmadeva. Bhīṣmadeva is saying, I don't want anything. And with that mood, Bhīṣmadeva, he tied Krishna. See, Yashoda Maya tied Krishna to wooden grinding mortar. It was stable. Bhīṣmadeva, he tied Krishna with his love. Not just tied, he pulled Krishna. He pulled Krishna towards himself. So in this way we see that all these devotees, they have bound Krishna in their heart. And therefore, Krishna is very, very careful. He's very, very careful. Careful about not to give prema bhakti to anyone so easily. You can ask for anything, Krishna will give. You ask for money, Krishna will give. You ask for some other opulence, Krishna will give. But you ask for bhakti. Krishna, I only want your devotional service. In this month of Kartik, I have done all this vrata only for your devotional service. And at that time, Krishna was, Acha? Really? Yes, Krishna, really. And then Krishna starts sending a lot of things. Chalo, le lo, dhanam le lo, wealth, followers, very beautiful personalities who can come to our life, opulence. And Krishna would say, ye theek hai na? And if the devotee says, oh, very nice, Lord, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. And Krishna will be like, okay, tata, see you next Kartik, I'll meet you next Kartik. But even when all these things are coming, a devotee says, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagadisha kamaye. What do you want, oh devotee? What do you want? Mama janmani, janmanishware, bhavatad bhakti rahitu ki tvai. Oh Lord, I just want to serve you. I just want to serve you lifetime after lifetime with those two words which I learned today in the class. First, ahituki. Second, apratihata. Unmotivated and uninterrupted devotional service I want to do to you, Lord. Now the question comes, okay, it's very nice to hear all this, Prabhuji, but it's very difficult to implement. Kaise kare? How to get this desire? If I ask all of you that, is your desire only to attain Krishna? And he'll say, yes, Prabhuji, and also, yes. उस also कैसे हटाए? How to remove that and just read the first statement. Please repeat everyone. From 2nd canto 8th chapter 4th shloka Srimad Bhagavatam. Shrinvatam shraddhaya nityam grinnatascha svacheshtitam kalena nati dirghena bhagavan vishate ridhi. Shrinvatam means hear. Shraddhaya, with lot of seriousness and sincerity. Nityam, continue hearing. And then here it is very, very beautifully said that when you have eagerness to hear and when you're serious about this, grannatascha svacheshtitam, he's very serious in his endeavor to hear about me. Lord is telling, kalena na ati dirghena bhagavan vishate ridhi. Kalena na ati dirghena. It will not take a long time. Krishna is saying, it will not take a long time. Bhagavan vishate ridhi. Lord will enter our heart. So what are we supposed to do? Just hear. When we keep hearing repeatedly like this about personalities like Bhīṣmadeva, where he is saying, oh Lord, I don't want anything. Mama rati astu me. Only at your lotus feet. Mama rati, at your charan. I just want my mati to be always fixed at your lotus feet. And you keep hearing again and again, as a question आएगा, ये बार-बार ऐसे क्यों बोल रहा है? कुछ तो होगा. And that will go inside our existence at some point of time. And we will also be able to desire only for Krishna. Therefore, in this month of Kartik, especially the last 5 days of Bhīṣma Panchak, let's pray to Bhīṣmadeva. That, oh Bhīṣmadeva, if you're pleased, my Bhīṣma Panchak Vrata, please give me at least a slight of that desire that you have, just to attain Krishna and nothing else. This is the blessings that we ask for from Bhīṣmadeva when we are doing this Bhīṣma Panchak. Thank you very much. Bhīṣma Panchak ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki